I don't exactly subscribe to the notion that, the Ona, like kind of how, what is her name, Farah
Hmm.
said, um, that the onus should only be on women.
Hmm. Which I
Um,
agree, yeah, of course.
yeah, I do think that there is a proponent there where if women were able, or did establish more boundaries and be upfront with that, that could thwart some assaults or stop some miscommunication leading into an assault,
Hmm.
or where one is perceived. Because, it's more expansive than the he said, she said of it. Um, so I will agree with you there. And so I guess when she cut out half of your answer, the outrageous part
Hmm.
is, oh, well, women just need to assert their boundaries more.
Sure, because that's for in not all cases will that be the case, and I mean it takes there's generally a raping party if sexual assault is happening, and obviously the onus would be on the guy as well, not to or to be a little bit more cognizant of what's going on in the situation, right?
Yeah. And I think that, a lot of people do just kind of throw caution to the wind on both sides. And then it ends up leading into a situation that's not really desirable.
Hmm.
Um, and I'm not sure if I'm live right now, and I'm not going to get too personal
Oh yeah,
about
yeah, yeah,
this.
yeah. Hold on, I'm sorry. I'm live streaming. I think I said the. I'll reiterate that. Yeah, so that you don't
Okay.
have to say anything like super personal or anything. Yeah.
Well, and I mean this I don't care about. I share it on occasions,
Hmm.
Um, but some of my experience, and this wasn't rape, but it would have definitely led there, is that I was, over at my boyfriend's house. We were sleeping in the same bed.
Hmm.
Um, I was pretty pissed off at him from the night before, so I was just kind of like, don't touch me.
Hmm.
Um, but he woke up and started grinding on me.
Hmm.
I made it very, very clear, like, I don't feel like it. I'm not in the mood.
Hmm.
I, like, just don't.
Yeah.
And he immediately was like, "Oh, I'm not trying to do anything. I just want to snuggle." Blah 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 blah. And at first I was like, "Okay, well, I don't really want you touching me. Like, I'm super annoyed with you right now.
Hmm.
I would prefer it if you don't." Um, but then immediately started grinding on me again.
Yeah.
And so I got pissed. And I tried to get up and leave the situation. And he ended up like smashing my face into a wall
Okay.
because, his bed was up against the wall.
Hmm.
I was on the inside, he was on the outside.
Hmm.
And of course, from there, it's like, oh, okay, we're done. I'm leaving.
Hmm.
And he pins me down and doesn't let me leave.
Hmm.
Now, eventually, like, he was also on probation. So, I only had to make a couple of threats to, call the police, send him back to jail.
Yeah.
So that would be like one instance where it's I did everything I was supposed to. I asserted my boundaries. I tried to push him away. I tried to get out of there,
Hmm.
and I wasn't able to. And so I think that's what actually like triggered it was when you were just like, "Oh, just, be upfront with your boundaries. If it continues, try to get away physically." And so when we're talking about the concept of not or trying to, avoid rape or, the cause of rape,
Hmm.
and then to hear you put that responsibility on the women, I was like, oh, like, can I cuss?
Yeah. Yeah. Of course. Yeah.
Okay. Fuck no.
Sure. Okay. So, all right.